Well, the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission looking over how it handed out licenses to grow, distribute, and sell the drug.
Yeah, so those licenses were handed out last month, and within just a few days, they were put on pause to review how exactly the companies were selected. So it's believed that there were inconsistencies with how companies were graded. The decision to allow medical cannabis in Alabama was approved in 2021. Officials hope to have it available by the end of the year or the beginning of 2024. So now that timeline has likely been pushed back. So far, the commission has not said what the problem may have been.
So one of the companies now that was denied a license is giving WVTM 13 an inside look at their operation. The owners at Alabama Always believe their application should have been approved. And now they're calling on the commission to clarify how they chose the companies that were given the green light. WVTM 13's Lisa Crane has more from Montgomery.
An extremely high level of security as
Greg Gerdeman is the chief scientific officer at Alabama Always, a company hoping to become a medical cannabis grower, producer, transporter, and distributor. He's a biologist who truly believes in the product.
My whole professional career was changed by seeing the value that medical cannabis gives to patients who are suffering, who are looking for respect and dignity in treating their chronic and debilitating illnesses.
But his company was not one of the almost 24 chosen to receive the first licenses in the state. Investors have already spent about $5 million on the facility in West Montgomery. Now they filed a suit to find out exactly how the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission decided which companies would become part of this brand new industry.
We encourage that the veil to be lifted for complete openness and transparency in this process. Let's do the right thing, the right way, for not only the applicants, but for the people of Alabama who are in need.
They say part of the selection process should have been an inspection of their facility, but no one from the commission has done that.
They just need to do their job, review the actual applicants, review the sites, and make a decision based on the criteria that are set forth in the statute. Unless the commission comes out and makes an actual decision based on its expertise, then it could go on forever.
Folks here at Alabama Always say they are moving forward with construction, and they're hopeful when the commission reevaluates their application process, they will become a part of Alabama's brand new medical cannabis industry. In Montgomery, Lisa Crane, WVTM 13.